Alright, so same setup as last time. Got an H bridge driving this choke. On the other side of the choke, I have a shorting setup. So as isolated power sources on every board. Just for ease of it, I got some DC to DC converters, but I'm just going to use the isolated power sources for now, just for troubleshooting. So it's got the timing. It would make sense. Every time. Alright, so you can adjust the window and whatnot. So H-bridge is running at around 1,000 hertz. I'm only shorting 1/2 of the cycle, not on both peaks. This one is used for dumping it. I'm running at about 3 microfarads on this cap. Damn. Alright, so right now there's with no coil shorting. This is the waveform coming off of the secondary of the choke transformer, kind of a crude transformer. This is the voltage going into the capacitor. So into the capacitor I'm getting 14, 15 volts. So I'm going to turn on coil sorting. Okay, so with coil sorting on, into our capacitor we've got about 40 volts. Okay, so with no coil sorting, we're getting about 14 volts into the cap. So there's a voltage going to the capacitor. There's a voltage waveform coming out of the transformer. I just got the ground of the scope. It's isolated, so the ground shouldn't be an issue, but ground in the one lead, other lead is coming on capacitor. So we'll turn on coil sorting, but watch the amperage. Goes up. It's not horrible, but it still goes up. Now we're getting 34 volts into our capacitor. You can see the ringing. We can turn it down. The pulse width of the coil sorting down to nothing. And you can see our amperage draws all the way down to 0.1 amps. As we turn up the coil sorting, widen the pulse width of it, drive it up much higher. Depending on where you short it within the sine wave makes a big difference also. So there is a certain point where it gets very high and then starts to decrease again. It's got to be right about at one of the peaks. So I'm not sure how you guys got 600 volts, how Sean did, but that's where I'm at right now. I'll give you one more look at the H bridge, what that looks like, just so you can see the frequency better. See, our frequency is about just under 1,000 hertz, so that's where we're at.